Yeah, it's kind of an anathema, the future of historic racing. I think many people in the past have drawn the line of, arbitrary date, but 1972 was the end of vintage and historic racing. I don't feel that. I feel that that's a moving target. As time progresses, more of this, let me say, modern, postmodern content will be drawn into series like HSR. But with one important footnote, HSR will remain, and our focus will remain to be the authentic home for vintage and historic sports car racing in North America, which has been our roots from our founders through to the late great George Toomer and Jim Pace, and of course David Hinton, who I'm very proud to have just taken over from as president of HSR. My foray into historic and vintage sports car racing began just this January. Previously, for the last decade, if not more, I'd been the head of motorsports for Automobili Lamborghini here in North America. Started the single make series Lamborghini Super Trofeo, and then the introduction of Lamborghini's GT3 car. So whilst I don't have a long and storied background in sports car racing, have been operating in the IMSA paddock for more than a decade now. When the phone rang with this opportunity, after David Hinton, my predecessor, had decided to step down from the role, I grabbed the opportunity. The opportunities with HSR are boundless going forward. One small example of the rise that HSR is, if you look at the car count at this event last year, it was 85 cars on the grid, and we have more than 130 on the grid this year. So the series is going from strength to strength under IMSA ownership, and the leadership at both NASCAR and IMSA are fully supportive of the growth, the continued growth started by David Hinton in the more recent years. And I couldn't be more excited, more proud to be part of the series and focus on our future going forward. HSR's official line on vintage and historic sports car is where the homologation of a car is more than 5 years old. So with the introduction of a model year, if it's more than 5 years old, that's what we welcome into the paddock, into one of our numerous classes, and candidly we'll find a home for anyone that wants to come and race within HSR. We have a home for them here within a specific run group or a specific class to make the competition, the on-track competition, as exciting, as engaging for that customer and ultimately the fans as possible. People that in the past have attended historic sports car racing have, let me say, paired with the age of those cars. What I'm delighted to see here at the season opener, here the Spring Fling at Sebring International Raceway, is what appears to be a new generation of fans of historic sports car. When those tremendous Group 8 stock cars fire up, the young faces light up as they roll out to false grid and ultimately out onto the track. So I think we're on the cusp right now of a brand new generation of historic vintage sports car racing fans in North America, if not globally. I often get asked the question, how can I get involved in motorsport? Numerous answers. Come and volunteer at the racetracks. There's numerous national programs for corner workers to become involved in the sport. That's if you want to get involved in the operations of a racetrack. Secondly, race teams. So the paddock here at Sebring International Raceway is full of pro and semi-pro race teams that prepare these vehicles for their customers to race them during a race weekend. And they're always looking out for additional hands to help. And if it means that you start at the back of the awning and you're washing wheels in preparation for the next event, then that's where you start. That's where most people learn their craft, is coming up through the ranks of a racing organization such as that. One of the unique events during the HSR calendar that I can't wait to attend myself is a concept that was born several years ago called Pistons and Props. And I think it's beholden on all promoters of all events, but specifically in this case HSR, to find hooks, to use that phrase, to draw fans that may not have been presented historic sports car racing content in the past. In this instance, introducing historic aircraft into an event. And we've got some exciting plans for 2025 to further embolden those concepts, to reach out to a much wider audience, to draw them to the racetrack and expose them to our content.
Support brands that support Classic Motorsports. Get your chemical solutions from CRC Industries. Visit crcindustries.com to learn more. If you like this video and want to see more, make sure to hit that subscribe button and like this video. And to see more stories like this, visit us online at classicmotorsports.com.